Welcome to Lenoir Community College. My name is John Paul Black, Dean of Student Services and Title IX Coordinator.
And I am Tasha Johnson, Director of Human Resources and Deputy Title IX Coordinator.
As you pursue your education at LCC, there are important contacts and services available to help you remain safe and secure while attending the college.
The first thing to remember is that your instructors and staff members are here to help you, and you should never feel as if you are being harassed, threatened, or bullied.
You are special just the way you are. Your race, gender, age, ethnicity, religion, and sexual orientation are personal to you, and no one should ever make you feel bad for being who you are.
Another very important part of you is your sexuality and how you choose to engage with others to consensually share experiences. No means no when it comes to inappropriate language, unwanted touching, or sexual acts to which you do not willfully agree. You should never be forced to tolerate sexual harassment or sexual assault. If you are a victim of unwanted sexual attention or contact, you do not have to handle the situation on your own.
If you feel you have suffered gender discrimination or sexual misconduct, please contact me or Ms. Johnson. Our contact information is on the first page of this presentation. You can also talk to an instructor, advisor, or a counselor in the admissions office. And if your situation makes you feel an immediate threat, please contact campus police or call 911. The law that protects students, faculty, and staff from gender discrimination and sexual misconduct is known as Title IX. On LCC's webpage, you will see a tab at the top of the page labeled Title IX. Please click on the link to access important information about inappropriate behavior so that you can find out what kind of conduct is prohibited. The page also includes information about resources for victims.
LCC takes reports of sexual misconduct very seriously. We investigate any incidents in a way that is fair to all parties involved. If you are accused of sexual misconduct, you will be treated in a fair and unbiased way. But if you are found to have engaged in sexual misconduct, you will be disciplined and could even be expelled.
Sexual misconduct doesn't have to be physical. Spoken words, texting, email, and social media are common ways in which people experience harassment. If those kinds of communications are interfering with your ability to succeed and thrive at LCC, it's not harmless teasing, it's harassment.
With sexual harassment, the focus may be on your appearance, body parts, sexual orientation, or sexual activity. If someone's sexual attention or sexual comments make you feel uncomfortable, you can report your concerns to me or Dean Black for help.
This slide provides some common examples of the forms of sexual harassment can take. Take a moment to consider whether actions taken by you might be making someone else uncomfortable. As members of the LCC community, all of us are responsible not to commit sexual harassment.
Title IX and LCC also prohibit stalking, sexual exploitation, and dating violence. The next slide gives examples of behavior that may constitute stalking if it is repeated and causes the victim to feel fearful or upset.
If you've experienced or are experiencing these kinds of behaviors, please report your concerns to me or Ms. Johnson so that we can help. Even if the person stalking you is not an LCC student, we can take steps to increase your sense of safety on campus. Loving relationships are not violent. It is never okay for someone you are dating or sleeping with to hit you, shake you, or physically abuse you in other ways. You have the right to be treated with respect and to be an equal person in your intimate relationships. If you think you're in a relationship that is unhealthy or dangerous, we can help.
Sexual assault is a very serious form of sexual misconduct that involves unwanted touching. When sexual assault involves penetration, it is rape. Regardless of your gender or sexual orientation, no one has a right to touch you in a sexual way without your consent.
Before you have sexual contact with someone, make sure that you have his or her consent. If the person seems unsure, stop and discuss what you both feel comfortable with. Don't take a chance and guess or assume that you have consent if the situation is unclear.
And remember that there are times when a person cannot give consent, including if they are underage or too intoxicated to understand what is happening. If you have sexual contact with someone who is unconscious or semi-conscious, that is sexual assault.
You always have the right to decide whether or not to consent to sexual activity. Even if you've had sex with someone before or have voluntarily agreed to sexual contact, you have the right to stop when you want to stop. Remember, always to get consent from your partner and to respect boundaries if he or she says no.
Many sexual assaults occur in the presence of other people. If you are a bystander, don't just stand by. You can help both parties, the potential victim and the potential assailant who will face disciplinary action, by intervening to prevent or stop non-consensual sexual contact.
This slide lists some things you can say to help a friend or even a stranger when the situation doesn't seem right.
If you think that sexual misconduct may be impacting one of your friends or classmates, please step forward and report the situation to Dr. Black, myself, or another LCC administrator. The bottom line is that we are here to help make sure you and others feel safe while attending LCC. Take advantage of the resources that are available to you and communicate with us so that we may better serve you.
And if you have experienced any of these forms of sexual misconduct, we can help. Counseling, academic, and protective resources are available. Call, email, or come see one of us in the administration building. We are here to answer your questions, and when you report, we will support.